Two Saints, two Loopers. It's going to be an interesting table for sure. Okay, game is starting. Okay, we have Fuji, and thankfully for Fuji, there's no cheapskates here. Everybody's paid. CEO of Autism gets to play the Autism character. Resco already in Tempai. Wait one turn for Ichi, Doro 2. Takame on Sanshiku 6 man. Pinfu. And Dior. That's amazing. Literally everything going right already for Resco. Quite a good start. Quite a lot of tiles in the row, and the most of them are the Takame as well. One Cuman. Actually, Cuman is dead. So if he Tsumos, it's guaranteed Sanshiko. So that's already a huge start. Elisa also lucky, does not have any Kimono Mimis on the table. Okay, that's one Dio in Tao in Hermoso's hand. Now Yagui needs to get in Tempai within 12 discards. Like, he needs to do it. I think this is why Yagui has not been picked, because this negative is very difficult to not reach, and it's too punishing. And no one fucking complained about it in the balance patch to fix it. Okay, Hermoso could go for Cheeto or Ipeiko or Yampeiko with his hand if he wants to push. 8 man is Suji anyway, so it's a good Tao. Siu again needs to force Tempa, and that will probably end up in him dealing at least with the Yasume, so it's not that bad, but it's still it's a fake it's a fake Dior Mangan. It's pretty scary. Yep. 11-6. Awful start for Yagui, but you can say at least he didn't reach 12 discards, so his negative didn't apply, but that D-win hurts a lot. And he needs to do that every round. Every round he needs to force Tempai before 12 discards. As for her positives, I think if she gets into Tempai first, just get to Tempai, not even win. That's post Lasty with an Ankan in his hand. His other shapes are also very good. Also, another good matchup for Lasty is that Resco will want to Richi, wait one turn and then Richi, so that's 3 points for him. Let's see, he can't. No extra Dora for him. He even opens. I guess that is his Yakuhai. So that's Shadow 2 with a Kan. Pretty nice. 342. Ooh, CEO of Autism gets to Tempai just in time. Decides to Damo for now. That's a Mentam Pin. Ibeiku Dora-san. That's a monster hand. Ipatsumo. No, Ipatsu, of course, because it's not rich, but it's still Tsumo, Tanpin, Dora-san, Ibeiku. That's a Haneman, I believe. Actually, without the rich, it might be just Mangan. No, it is Haneman. It's not even close. With the rich, it could have been a Baiman. And that brings him back from the dead. Very nice for him. Unfortunately, not the first to reach Tempa, it was Lasty. But still a nice hand to win nonetheless. I actually don't remember Yukui's first. Oh yeah, he wants to Suji Trap. Ooh, that's a funny gimmick. Okay, Hermoso looks like Souzu Kunitsu. Most probably. Rescue is too slow to do anything else. Might as well just go for for power tiles, which he is, he discarded the none to the pay. Now he does not have the pay for the none, but I think he would just be folding from high pie. Hermoso, what the fuck? And decides to discard the honors first over the shitty fucking Ramen just because he has one Akadora? Surely not. Oh my god, do not reach it out, please. Please, please, please. Ooh, just drop the shape. It's fine. In any case, it's Tenpai just on the red, on the Dora Kanchan. Ooh, CEO draws a double Dora. Ishan time for him now as well. Tanyao Dora Yon. Another Mangan. He still needs to get to Tenpai within 12 discards. He's close, but not quite there yet, and the timer is ticking out. Just 4 discards left. Looks like Rescue is just focusing on power tiles because he's anti-shed. He's discarding Sha to the ton. 4 mana, he does not have 7, so Tenpai for CEO just in time. Unfortunately, again, not the first to be in Tenpai. Somehow Last is faster than him. And Tsumo, his monster hand gets defeated by a fast Hatsunomi. Very nice hand for Lasty as well. Unfortunately, he's the one starting with a Yakuhai pair, not the rest. But that's still double tone Chun. With that many honors, he can even go Hunitsu or Chanta. Sio has a good hand. He can definitely get into Tenpai. Within 12 discards, Lasty. Another Yakuhai pair. Hermoso, also very good shapes. You could get Sanshuku, but it's unlikely. Nice draw for Lasty. Rescue is also looking pretty good. Nice hands all around. Lasty has the most potential, but funnily enough, I think Rescue is the fastest. Because Lasty needs to pawn quite a bit. Sio has decent shapes, but it's not quite there yet. Meanwhile, Rescue is pretty straightforward. I think he complete that game quite fast. Oh no, Lasty missed another pair. He missed Suiso. Nice draw for CEO. I think that's Tenpai. Just in time. The first to get into Tenpai this time. So that's a plus. Yaku is not that bad. I think she's just too difficult, too intimidating for players. He's just waiting for a Suji trap. No Suji trap set, but if he throws a 5 pin, it still 5 man still counts. Unfortunately, it went into Cremoso's hand, and the rest of the 5 mans are in Resco, and I'm not sure if Nakasuji is counted. I'm pretty sure it isn't. It might be, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. So Iso probably won't end up in Suji trap. Now nice draw for Resco. He's Ishanten as well. Potentially Sananko. No Sananko, but that's Tenpai. Wait 1 turn. Richidora. Dewin Tao doesn't matter. The wait 1 turn is worth more than this hand anyway. Elas is very happy just sitting there. D-win, but that was 2 reaches in the table. It was worth pushing as well. I mean, it was 1 Yakuhai, at least another one. It was his Dior turn. It was definitely a good push. But he needed to expect that most probably dealt in. That was a very dangerous style. Would you roll for random? Yes, after this match ends, the random characters will be rolled for the next round. I did forget to mention that in the post, but it's fine. I'm sure all the randoms that are playing first in the morning will wake up and have enough time to check what they got roped into. Lastly, a lot of, I mean, two uncles and a pair. Maybe this hunt could get pretty big value. Resco again with a very good hunt. Now Resco is definitely the best player on the table in general. And he's also one of the best gimmick players as well. He also opens for a fast taunt. Lastly again the first into Tempai. But it's shitty Kanchan. Ideally he draws Iman, gets at least an Anko. To make this card worth something. Yeah, he keeps the Dora, he can get value that way. Sananku, Dora Tanki. Siyo is Ishanten. 2 Ramen waits, he's Dealer, he can get Ipeiku, even Rampeiku potentially, if he decides to wait a bit more. Oh no, last team Mr. Pair, miss his Suanku. So Siyo should be able to get in the Tempai. I mean, last will probably... Okay, he doesn't drop the 8-0 yet. That's Tempai. Instant reach, he doesn't even think about it. Suji drop is impossible unless he skips Tsumo, which he definitely shouldn't. And I think the park only counts for Ron anyway, so there's no point. Rescu looks like he can Mawashi to Chitoi. Lastly Richie on the Pentan. Sananko Takame on 8-0. And 8-0 is the last style alive, but Hermoso deals in into CEO. On the Takame for Ipeiko. Nice hand for CEO overall, showing that Yagui is not a bad character. He's been playing very well. I don't think he's cleared any of the negatives. He's just like only one positive though so far. But not too bad overall. I forgot what's Yagui's other negative. I know her positives. I know one of her negatives, but I forgot the other one. CEO has a nice Tanyao, but Rescu's Tanyao is even nicer. Hermoso decent hunt as well, but I mean... Okay, let's be frank, he's not a decent hunt unless he's going for Kukushi, which he is. That's 6 plus 3, that's 9 tiles, not bad. He should be getting rid of the Aka though to confirm it. Tempai for Rescu, Tanyao Dora, wait one turn. Ideally 5 so improvement, he doesn't get it, instant Richie. And that's a +1 or +2 for last year, I'm not sure, I think it's +1. And Lassie is in an interesting situation here. As a lot of awkward shapes, he should probably be folding. But with that 8-man drop, it doesn't look like he's really committing to fold. Kermoso will probably try to push his Kukushi, but he'll need 5 so to pass. It will pass, but he doesn't know that, and it looks very dangerous. He's pushing 4 pin first, and that's also very dangerous. So I guess he's pushing until the end for his Kukushi. Is it even alive? He just needs the 9s. 9 so is twice discarded, 9 pin is once discarded, 9 man. is thrice discarded. So 9 man is his difficult tile. Oh, he draws 9 pin, that's Kukushi Ishanten. Didn't he just 9 so or 9 man? 9 man again, the difficult tile, 1 left, but it is in the wall. And with Rich on the table, it's more likely for him to win. Can! Rinyan? No. But an extra Dora. Tempai! Tempai, 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 tempai. He needs to put. He push 5 so. Richie! Holy based! Holy based. I don't know why you would Richie that. That's such an obvious Kukushi. You don't Richie that. Yudama 9 man is Genbutsu against the other Richie. Yudama that. Richie is so fucking useless. It's base, but it's so fucking useless. If anything, you're just giving 3 points to Lasty. +1 for the Richie. No! Dealing Tao anyway. And that's minus 1000 for the Richie. That's such a bad Richie. Oh my god. Unlucky. The last 7 so. CEO, very nice hand. Yaku high pair in his starting hand, so if Lasty wins, it will increase the value of his win. Everybody actually has nice hands all around. Look at the Rescue's hand, it looks so good, it's probably the worst in this round. I mean, he's Ishanten, so that's probably incorrect. But the shapes of the other players are so good. CEO is Reanshanten, Lasty Ishanten now. Oh no, that's still Reanshanten, he has to be box. Hermoso also like Reanshanten, I believe. But yeah, I guess Rescue is actually the fastest, surprisingly, even though it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's a nice draw, increases his acceptance. Tempai for CEO first and instant viewing from Rescue. Pei Hatsudora. Dora 2 even. Very nice for CEO, steals first. Got it to Tempai first. Got it within less than 12 discards. Rescue, not even a Yakuhai pair, he's starting with a Yakuhai Anko. Which is big. Oh, he also dealt in to his Tsumogiri Ink. The first row. Let's see, hopefully he doesn't draw anything too useful. Ooh, that's unfortunate. He straight up put the auto discard button, he does not care. I mean, it's good, like, Andrew is such a good character, like, if you do win, you have rebound with this gimmick. You get bonus points from not even winning with power discards and just waiting 1 turn for Ichi. And your negatives are easy enough to avoid, just don't discard honors on the first turn, and don't deal into Dama is the bit more difficult one, but it's very matchup dependent. No one here really wants to Dama. Like, Yegui wants to reach actually because he wants to G-Trap. Hermoso is neutral. Okay, Rescue completed his gimmick instantly calls. He needs to catch up with such a beautiful hyper, it would be a shame to let it go to waste. And I mean, he's drawing everything he needs. Hermoso, very nice draw. That's Ishanten now. Another cheat Tempai for Resco. No tiles left in the wall, but everybody has a lot of red tiles, and CEO will most definitely deal in that 9 so. Instantly dealt in, return the favor to Rescue for a fast none. And over that exchange, Rescue probably came out overall positive, even with that 7-7 deal in. Placements for first are very close. Last thing, Hermoso are crying, trying to do something. See you, insane high by Chunanku. A completed Menzu, a completed pair, 2 pairs actually even. But the other pairs is just a nice shape. Last is also not looking too bad. You should not worry about getting into Tempai within 12 discards. That's Ishanten already. He could get Chundora Yon, Chundora San at the very least. Maybe he can even get Menzen. Rescu also has a nice thing now. He'll also most definitely keep it Menzen for the wait 1 turn to Richie. Improvement for CEO. Could end up on Ariame wait. Nice draw for Hermoso as well. Hermoso looks like he's going for Ipeiku, Ishant and Pinfu. Amazing draw for Rescu, Ishanten as well. A what of acceptance. Tempai, amazing. Wait 1 turn. Just Moguri, I don't think. Really? I guess he wants to Riames over to Perez, and that will end up in him dealing in, and Terescu does not even get the chance to reach it after that exchange. Quite unfortunate. Lasty wins with a fast Tondora, and he cooked Sios Yaku Hayanku, which I actually don't know if the perk counts Ankus or pairs only. I have no idea. I think it counts Ankus as well, I need to double check. But looking at the hype, I see you probably easily the best hype. Lassie also trying to continue his Dior turn, gets to Yakuhai pairs. But the rest of his hand is kind of awkward. Siuk has probably the highest probability to win currently. Okay, nice draw for Lasty. Getting close. Siu though, he's Rianshanten in very good shapes. Ishanten now. Perfect Ishanten. No, it's not. It's just Ishanten. On Turiames, it's just going to be reaching Nomi, but that's good enough. He just needs to get to Tempai first. And within 12 discards. That's headless, more acceptance. He doesn't care about the weight, he just wants to get to Tempai. And actually Tanki is not bad because if he Suji trap, that would be even better. Okay, Tempai for Rescue, wait 1 turn. Looks like a very nice Pinfu Richidora 2. That's basically a Mangan. Reach. Also, he's been sneakily discarding portals all the time. Look at that 9 so Iman. What else has he done? He's just been that, but he's been 2 so 5 man. He's been doing it quite a lot. Actually with the cost, like I don't think it matches, but still. Like Rescue is so good, he's paying attention. Like Andrew is probably one of the most gimmicky characters in terms of what you need to remember. He's paying attention to everything. I think also CEO got into Tempai just in time. In less than 12 discards. Okay, last can he avoid the win? Probably. Yeah. Sumo anyway. Daniel Nomi. But that's good enough. Keeps his first, gets his viewer turn now. Ooh, hermoso! I mean, at least that's a hand that you can hope you can start a comeback with. Fortunately, he's not Dior, but start with a Yakuhai Dora pair. It's quite nice. Last on the other hand, look at that. He has even more Yakuhai pairs. Jun, Nan, Dora. Not Dior though. I think he could have greeded. I mean, he can still greed for like second place, even first, because the difference between second and first is not that much. Look, Hermoso is greeding, he's not pawning the Shah. Sio, on the other hand, I think he's just going for Kaiten early, just making sure he doesn't get negative perks, and then he'll just fold until the end. Hope that to be enough for first place. Because you only need to get into Tenpai once, I believe. Rescue also Ishanten, by the way. Decent acceptance. Tenpai for CEO. No Yaku, he can actually go for Toy Toy. Chooses not to pawn the 9, so interesting. I think you pawn that and drop the Ryamen. At least move into potentially winning hand. It's fine to continue the round. Okay, I'm guessing Karescu chose the highest efficiency. With that discard, I'm not so sure about it. It doesn't give him Danyao. Okay, CEO gets rid of his Tenpai. Hermoso finally gets to Tenpai Richie. Richie Dora-san. That's about it. Sanshoku? No, he didn't even wait for the Sanshoku improvement. He just needed to draw 4-man. I think it's Hermoso you wait for Sanshoku improvement. Or at least resolve Tenpai for Resco. Ipeiku Dora. Reach. Now CEO is doing his strategy of getting into Tenpai to avoid the negative and then Richie. Thankfully for him, Hermoso Tsumo, because the alternative... Actually, that Tsumo might be big enough to put him into second. No, it needs to be a Haneman. Yeah, CEO just about guess first. Hermoso last place acceptance can be helped. He was hoping for Onura. He could have greeded for Sanshoku, but it's quite unrealistic. So let's check the points. And start the next game in the meantime. Of course, the last team being the tryhard that he is, we would wait for the score to be updated, which I can respect. Okay, these are the scores with the base summa. Now let's calculate the gimmick. Okay, so we have Anju, Lisa, Fuji, and Yagi Yui. Insane gimmick points. Yep, Lassie still waiting for the gimmick points. Well, you'll be disappointed. Lassie gets 6. Hermoso 0, but 5 for being random. Resco ending up with 46 bonus Uma, basically a first place. And CEO gets 5 plus 5 for being random, that's 10. So you need a good first and some gimmicks on top of that, and you need either Resco or CEO to be last, basically. Okay, this time CEO is first and last is last. That's fucking funny to me. It's so retarded, but it's so funny. What abomination. It cannot be that bad. Oh, fucking Catbox is down. Never mind. It's over. So currently, actually, CEO has a good chance to make it. Resco's because I would say that Resco is probably one of the best at his gimmick in the whole tournament. Who else comes to mind? I guess Akanashi is also very good. He's probably the best cat. But after Estivo's game earlier today, that was also insane. No Mickey's made it, surprisingly. Mickey's a very good character. The only Mickey that made it was a random. Who's also very good at their gimmick. Regardless, I cannot think of anybody better than Aresco. Like, Aresco picked like one of the hardest characters, and he's playing her masterfully. It's like the power tiles, like he almost always keeps Menzen. He instantly switched to Tsumogiri bot the moment he dealt in. he never discards Sonos on the first turn. Like, he's also... The thing is, being a Saint make this character that much better for him, because he has, like, the best possible efficiency for reaching Tenpai to be able to wait one turn, and he also will be able to sniff out Dama way more than the other players. So he'll be able to avoid dealing into Dama, which is basically the worst perk for Anju. It's basically the only perk that can affect you as long as you pay a little bit attention. And Rescue is paying way more than just a little bit. Oh fuck! Oh no, I did. For a moment I thought I forgot to do a table quads, but I think I did do it. Yep, everything's correct. Beautiful. Look at that Yeguyas. Okay, let's see. I mean, both Lasty and Hermosa will probably be targeting either CEO or Resco. CEO seems like an easier target overall. It feels like. Because Resco, even if he gets targeted, like, no one can really stop him from getting a bunch of Uma from his gimmick. So CEO is probably the easier target. Because if he doesn't get a good placement, I don't think he can make enough Uma to make up for the negative. Contrary to Rescue, because even if Rescue gets last place, like, he can probably get more Uma than he loses from last. And on the other hand, Rescue is a good enough player that he's also hard to target. Again, to reiterate, he's the best player on the table. And quite by far as well. Like, Last is also very good, don't get me wrong, but the Rescue is just so good. He's so good at his gimmick as well. Like, on the other hand, Last is basically playing free Jianshi Plus. He only just needs to focus on running. Everybody, that's about it. Otherwise, it should be like 3 points in general. CEO opening, he's desperate to get into Tenpai. 2 more discards left. Ishanten, can he make it? It's no Yaku, it's 1 discard. Any Q pins, any 7 mans. 2 4 souls. Maybe Q pin now. No, oh, he doesn't get Tenpai, so sad. That's a minus. And Hermoso instant Oikake. Takame on 3 man for sausage. See you Tenpai 1 turn too late. Ipatsu on the Dora. Richi Ipatsumo Pinfu Dora. Mangan. Very nice for Hermoso, good start. I mean, Hermoso is actually fighting the Ryu uphill battle. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. Also, Hermoso's fucking schedule is the one I least understand as well. Like, I literally do not understand what he meant by what he wrote down in the form. Rescu, very nice hand. Dora Yon, I mean Dora-san already. Yep, decides this is good enough to open, doesn't need to go for the Richie gimmick. Must secure first. I mean, if he gets first place, that's basically guaranteed quarterfinals. Tenpai. Tanyao Dora-san, potentially Dora-yon, but doesn't change the value unless he wins with the double Dora. Tanyao Dora-go. will make a difference. The double door is in last hand though, and it is not coming out. Speaking of Lasty, he's also Ishan 10. Furichi Dora 2. CEO 2 Yako Highs could go for Kunitsu as well after he pawns. But again, he doesn't have a lot of discards left. No one is feeding him Hakus. No one's. I mean, both the Haku and the Pei already passed. Ishan 10. Really? Yeah, actually, I guess he didn't have Ishan 10 unless he dropped the 3-pin. And thankfully for CEO, he gets saved by Hermoso Ron. Yeah, Hermoso already on a very good start. If he keeps winning some hands, like that's one way for his gimmick to work. He just needs to win a hand before he starts losing. The problem was the last hand chant, he was Yakitori the whole time, so every time he lost points, he didn't get any Umo from that. Hermoso again with the best hand probably as Dior Ishan 10. Meanwhile, Rescue is also looking good, but he has a lot of cows to get rid of. Tenpai. Instant reach, he doesn't even wait until the Riktipazu comes in right away. Rescue, what is going on? Oh, he had auto discard off. He had auto discard on for his gimmick. Well, he'll need to turn it on again because he couldn't make it to 6 discards. Quite unfortunate for Resco. The WoW just... The fucking Riktipazu, I swear to God, it's a Mahjong So thing. It happens so often. It happens more often that it doesn't happen, and it's not confirmation bias, I swear to God. Like, it's not confirmation bias, it actually happens. Like, the tile that you draw, the chance for it to be Patsu is like very high in Mahjong So. Like the Patsu rates are inflated. Okay, Hermosu Sanshuku, but he needs to go back Shanten for Sanshuku, so we're just going to be Rich Pinfu. Lasty pawn, he has Ton and Sha Anku. He can also force Kunitsu if he desires, but he will need to drop the door for that. See also to cheese. No Yaku, he just wants to get to Tenpai. He sees Tenpai first, actually, so that's a plus. He wants to get to Tenpai to avoid any more minuses. Rescue keeping in all the dealing tiles, but it doesn't matter because again it's no Yaku. No, Siu could get Tanyao, he just needs 6 so. Last, he also improved his Kanchan to Ariamen now. Doesn't keep the Manzu tile. Rescue also completed his post-dealing gimmick. So now he'll probably try to win this hand. It's a good hand to win. It's Tanyao, Toi Toi, Dora-san. That's the points you need to make it out of last. Can from Lasty. No extra Dora for Resco or Lasty. But an extra Dora for Hermoso. He's been stuck in Ishatan Hell since the 4 discard. Since actually... Yeah, the 4 discard. KCU can switch his Tenpai here. Or he can just straight up drop 9 so. Confirm Tanyao. Drops 8 so. Yes, he's dropping the full shape. Finally, Tenpai for Hermoso draws into a pair so he gets to get the Pinfu. Didn't wait one turn and he missed on the door improvement. I don't think Karescu will be dropping the 4. I don't think Sio will be dropping the 7s. That's 2 Ankos of his weight dead in player's hands. Plus he has the last 7 and he's also not dropping the last 4 if he draws it. That's Tempai for Lassie now 3-6. Now that's a way more life weight. The only tiles that we see are in Cremoso's hand. Fucking 4-man might be win actually with 7. Rescue I was just surprised that Rescue drew the Dora for his Toy Toy. If Sio wants to can, but unfortunately he does not know that's a dealing Rich Pinfu. And 1 Kandora. Hermoso starting his comeback pretty well with 3 Renchans, Dio is 2. Can he keep it going? That's not a ideal hand for that, but it's good enough. He's not as fast as Resco, but Resco will be trying to reach it, I would guess, with this hand, because he doesn't really have the value for you to open. Might as well go for the gimmick, get some value that way. I guess not. He decides to open. He wants to get Hermoso off his Dior turn, get to his own Dior turn, try to rank up some points, to rake up some points so that he's not last at least, and then he can start concentrating on gimmicks more. Rescue Tempai already. Hakunomi switches to Shampon. Could improve to Haku Toy Toy. The question is, will he go back to Ishan 10 if he draws the 2, 3 or 4 man? With that reach on the table, definitely not. Siyu can choose to chase. He needs at the very least to take the Tempai even if he doesn't chase. The 5-star is very dangerous, but the alternative is not too good either. I mean, he can drop the Penchan, draw something around the 5-star, it's not too bad actually. Nope, he just chases. Decides fuck it, what are the odds? Okay, improvement for Rescue. Instantly switches, doesn't even hesitate, pushes his Ramen Kakudora. Hermoso thinking whether to pawn or not, decides not to. Better have some safe tiles, no reason to push now with the 50,000 lead against 2 Riches. And Rescue unfortunately throws the Divine tile at least to the cheapest hand, the Richidora. Quite unlucky for Resco. Ooh, that last place, if he doesn't get enough gimmick points, might actually hurt his chances for quarterfinals. But it's still just E3, this is his first Dior turn, he's just starting. Lasty, though, double Yakuhai. He has a lot for repairs as well, so he can afford to pawn that Yakuhai. Rescue's hand otherwise is looking quite nice. Actually, a lot of acceptance. Ooh, but he actually prioritizes his D-win gimmick over winning his Dior hand. I guess he's confident even with 6 Smoggy discards. He turned off, at least he turned off auto discards. He realized that Lasty might be in Tempai, and if he draws a dangerous style, it might not be worth continuing the gimmick. Hermoso, nice draw. Just one more tile for Resco, and he can start playing again. Pay, that's perfect. He doesn't want that anyway. Now, Resco's Hyper is good enough that even with 6 wasted draws, he can make something out of it. I mean, he instantly improves. Sio meanwhile is scrambling for Tempai. He's so far away though. He's still Ryanshanten and only 4 discards left. Okay, that's Ishanten now. Can he save himself? Wow, Rescue. Fucking insane. efficient and ready for rescue, even with 6 wasted draws. Ooh, no Tempai for CEO yet. Not a lot of draws yet left. 7 man is not coming out of last hand. He needs to pawn 3 man or 3, so... Ooh, maybe G2, so... Last discard, can he get it to Tempai? Rescue decides to open for Tempai, Tanyao door 2. No Tempai for CEO, that's another minus. Unfortunate. Rescue, by the way, the first to get to the Tempai, even with 6 wasted draws. As his D were quite nice. Finally, Tempai for Lasty as well. Now that's a scary one. Toy Toy, Haku. It's either going to end up on Nano or Dora-san, so it's the same value. That's quite big. Basically a fake Mangan. It's actually... Yeah, it's confirmed Hanuman. Keikeremosu, nice draw. He can drop the 8, confirm Ryankan. Ryankan, really? Did his timer run out? Couldn't figure out basic efficiency. Okay, speaking of efficiency, looks like I don't know why Resco dropped the 5, so the 5 pin I mean. I guess he's scared of the 8 pin for some reason. He decided to, I mean it's up to Zuki if he keeps the 8 pin over the 5 pin, it's less value. And he pawned right after that to go for the 8 pin tanky, so it leads me to believe that 5 so is Gimbutsu and he's just scared of the 8 pin, which Siyu drew, almost dealt in, but he was able to avoid it because he just could not get it to Tempai. But if the wall baited him with Tempai, he would definitely get it. By the way, the fucking Nans are all dead vote. Both of them. So unlucky for Lasty. Oh my god, don't make this game go for much longer. I want to go to sleep so fucking bad. Can. Siyo probably has the best hand here, which is good. He needs to get to Tempai first after those fumbles. That's like 2 missed Tempais in 12 discards. Not looking good. Resco at least he didn't win, so this time he can start working on his hand since the beginning. And that's a tricky hand, I would say. I'm trusting whatever Resco is doing is the most efficient and correct play in his current situation. You definitely want to keep it Menzen, not only because of the gimmick, but because of the Khan. There's more possibility for Ura, so more value, and he needs value right now to climb out of last. This can drop for Siyo, he can drop the 7. Doesn't. Even though it's the same, literally the same weight, but with the Beiku chance, he doesn't take the 4 pin over the 7 pin. Last attempt by Riktipatsu, I'm telling you. It happens so fucking often. Looks like Siyu decides to fold, the 5 is too dangerous in the Ipatsu turn, but the problem is that makes his hand so slow that he probably will not get to Tempai within the allocated time. Resco opening Atuzuke Nan-Nomi, he's desperate to keep his dealer turn, get some more points that way, I guess from power discards. I mean every round, it's just 3 points for Resco basically. Because every round is more 1000 you can potentially poorly discard. Looks like he did get scared of the 3, so he's folding. He'll maybe try to go for K10. The K10. Siyo meantime 12, this is 12 discard. Unfortunately, just about didn't make it to Tempai. Otherwise, he has a very nice Sanshku potentially. Otherwise, it's just a Nyao or San. I think he should have cheated that if he's pushing. No, I guess he's folding. In that case, it doesn't matter. He was, I guess, pushing for the 12 discard Tempai, but he couldn't make it in time, so he gave up after that. Resko as well, he believes it's a 3-6 way, so this is why he's not discarding the 3 or the 6. But the Kaiten baits right at the end, will he take it? Does not take it, stays vigilant. And we're going into East 4. Okay, Kaku pair for Lasty, not too bad. Yeah, Rescu looks like he can go for Kunitsu with this hand, although it's not that efficient. Drops the Haku, Lasty skips the first Haku pawn. Guess he wants his hand to progress a bit more before he can decide whether to pawn or not. But your hand CEO pawns, he has no Yaku, but he must pawn to get to Tempai as soon as he can. Hermoso is stuck in Ishan and Hell, by the looks of it. CEO still very desperate, no one is feeding him any tiles, he has so many pairs, he can even get Toy Toy after he continues scoring, but no one is feeding him anything. Hermoso finally into Tempai, Rescue instant breaky pass into the win. Which I think is a good play. Breaky Patsu, E-pin is not efficient enough, so you push anyway. But even without the Patsu, it's Richidor too. But Nikaresk even deeper in the hole. Ideally for CEO, one way for CEO to make up points is for Resco to go into negative and for CEO to start running Resco. Because I think Yagui gets like a positive for each run on a negative player. Forced into Tempai, also as dealer, he likes that. Switches to Shampoo. Looks like Tanyao Nomi, but that's fine enough. Keeps his dealer turn. By the way, Lasty fucking again. Lasty has some fucking affinity for honors. Look at all that. He's been getting like, this is like his 4th high by those two Hanchans. That looks like that. In any case, Yu wins his Tanyao Nomi quite fast. Rankings are pretty convoluted right now. I think OCU, Hermoso and Teresco have a chance. Lassie though, he needs to work up some more points to be in the race. But he is the last dealer, so he technically has the most potential out of everybody in the table. Lasty, oh my god, he's drawing all the pins with tiles. Chinitsu Dora is one way to start combat. fuck? It's a free Hanuman. Hermoso though opens quite fast. For the Nyaldor too. Okay, Lassie confirms, not yet. He needs to discard one Manzutao. But honestly, he might even get this mention. I mean, do Tempai for CEO though. Just in time. Burst into Tempai as well, even with Hermosos too close. Improvement for Hermoso could get Toy now, though unlikely. CEO no Yaku, so I guess he's waiting for Pinfo at least. Or for a Suji Trap. He sees a bunch of 6 months discarded though. So he should know that Suji Trap is unlikely at this point. Might as well just Ricci, your dealer. Last, he finally confirms his Kunitsu. He'll probably drop the Hatsu though and confirm Chinitsu. I mean, that's all Pinzu. Hopefully he's done his Chinitsu reps. Thankfully for him, he's playing with tips, so he doesn't really need to. But if a Pinzu Tao comes out, he needs to be ready to go. He does not have 20 seconds to figure it out. I mean, like 20 seconds will not be enough to figure it out unless... Okay, that should be Tempai. Yep. Kanchan? Really? Yeah, it's Ipeiko. It's Resko also waiting one turn to Ricci. He'll have exactly 4 discards for him to be able to Ricci. Last is Ipeiko, Ricci, Chinitsu, Dora. That's a Baiman. Ooh, Diwintao for CEO. He probably will not drop it though. Has no reason to. No Taos left for anybody but last. Surely Resko will not deal in with the Hote. Oh, surely Hermoso won't fucking fumble and drop 6 spinning for some reason. No, he keeps K-Time. That's Tempai for everybody but the dealer. No monster hands for last just yet. Back to Hermoso's dealer. Yeah, he was pushing Pinzu against that. He realized Pinzu was dangerous, which why he stayed on the 8 pin, but he decided to push. If he dealt into that, that would have not ended up good for Hermoso. CEO has a decent hand here. Hermoso might not be able to continue his dealer turn, especially with CEO being so fast. Hermoso might not be able to continue his dealer turn like in East. Resko is so slow, he cannot really get Tempai. Instant Ricci. Doesn't even wait for the last 5 pin to come out. Now the question is, what's more valuable? If you draw the red 5, do you count to keep it in your hand? Or do you let it go so it becomes a Suji trap? Now that's a difficult what would you do? Let's see if you ever get a decision. The red 5 is still in the wall. Hermoso opens, pushing his Tanyao Dora. Kanchan on 7, so he already sees 2 are gone. He'll probably switch to 5, so it's also Aka acceptance. He doesn't switch? Why? For Suji, I guess it's Suji against the Ricci now. It's Hermoso that's doing the Suji trapping. I still think you probably switch so much more tiles. I mean, it's more or less the same, but he doesn't know that. Actually, it's exactly the same. Two are dead in the last discount and one is a door indicator. Ooh, it was a great go anyway. See, you draws the last 7 so and deals in. Then now door 2, Hermoso. Maybe starting another range on streak. But see you in third, which is best case scenario for him. Hermoso already starting with a Haku pair. Looks like he'll go for Kunitsu in the Manzu. Rescu, I mean, if you ignore his floating corners, it's actually a decent hand. Yeah, but he has so many floating tiles that he needs to draw around. Lasty on the other hand is way faster. He's faster than Hermoso. Siu is also looking fine. But again, not compared to Lasty, he's already Ishan 10. And that Ishan 10 can be improved quite a bit as well. Siu opens, trying to confront the Tenpai before he spell discard. Hermoso decides to not force the Kunitsu, just Hakunomi, continue his door turn. I mean, his weight is all in the wall basically. There's only one to pin in Rescu's hand. Tenpai for CEO as well. Atamahane on 2-man will go to CEO. Unfortunately for Hermoso. So Hermoso can win on Ron only on 2-pin, otherwise he needs to Tsumo. CEO is just a Yaonomi, but that's good enough. For now, at least. He just wants to make sure Hermoso is off his dealer turn. But CEO does probably need at least second. Especially with all the negatives from Yagui's perks. Oh, Tsumo. Hakunomi. 1-5. Actually, with the full, it might be a bit more. Yeah, 2-1. Rescu still not in the negatives for CEO to get some Yagui points off of that. No one is too impressive. I guess Hermoso probably has the best hand again. But at this point I think it will be difficult to keep his dealer turn because other players will be getting more and more desperate. Lasty thinking really hard where to pawn that Nan. That is the last Nan to come out. He decides not to go for it. I guess because his hand is too small. But he can still win with Chanta. Dora 2. Maybe even just Dora 1, but that's fine. So he also draws the Chun pair. Too many blocks, but right now he's just looking for ways to get Tenpai. You pawn in chi everything that he's given. quite a lot of acceptance actually into his hand. He might be able to get it Menzen, but he still cannot really rely on that. Nice draw for Hermoso, using the Penchan. Drops one of the pairs that he doesn't need. He actually opens. I guess he's going for Tanyao in that case. I'm not sure I agree with that. Tanyao Dora. Just to keep his dealer turn again. But he doesn't have Barley anyway. He's keeping the Iman. Is he going for E2 maybe in that case? Okay, see you opening as well. You shouldn't now. Can't. One extra Dora for CEO. All the tunes are in the wall, by the way. No one has even had the chance to feed him. Nice draw for Hermoso. Can confirm his Tanyao now. What? Is he actually going for E2? That's so retarded. Okay, Tenpai for CEO just in time. The tune will probably come out of Hermoso because I have no idea what the fuck he's doing. Maybe he also fell asleep. Resco looks like he's going for Cheetoy. Ooh, with that 6-pin draw though. No, doesn't take it, confirms his Cheetoy. Does not waver at the top of Swanko. Last hand is shiny, but he just not completing it. Is he also going for Cheetoy? Oh my god. That's such a bad discard. This is Fury 10. Okay, Hermoso finally Tenpai. It is E2. He's been forcing. You don't force E2, just go to Nyao. Drop the Dora. It's not a big deal. Nyao and Dora have the same value. He could have been Tenpai so much sooner, and without this shit, he fucking got to Zuke. Resco keeping all the demon tiles thanks to his Cheetoy. Able to avoid dealing in more. But that's another Renchan. Resco finally a hand he can work with. Yep, goes for Pawn, Double Nan, Dora, Hunitsu. It's probably gonna be Dora 2 at least. Though Hermoso is actually the bigger luck shader, starting with the Yakukai Dora pair in his hand. So the person that should stop him will probably be CEO, since he'll be desperate to be fast for Tanyao Nomi anyway. Hermoso drawing a bunch of pairs. His hand is looking very good. He can pawn Haku. Ishan 10 now. Resco doesn't even think of keeping the 4-man pair. Fully committed to the Souzu Kunitsu, although Manzu Kunitsu might be looking better. In any case, he's keeping all the honors, so maybe he's just going for Tsuiso. Shows again. Is live. There's been only one pain and one turn discarded, so shows again is live. Very much so. And he does see it. Hermoso Tenpai though. It is Atozuki on the Haku, one Haku left in the wall. And one in Rescu's hand. Rescu will probably try to greed for it for as long as possible. So unless the discarding the Haku gets him Tenpai, I don't think he'll be dropping it. Especially because he doesn't see any in the pool. Okay, that's the second payout. Shows again is still live despite that. Oh, Tempai for CEO. Just in time. No Yaku though, but that's fine. You can find a Yaku later. I don't know why Hermos is thinking about the Nan is already pawned. Did he really fall asleep? He's playing, I mean, he's luxuating a lot, but he's playing quite questionably, I would say. Okay, Siu is able to reroute his Tempai to Tanyao now. That's Tanyao Dora. Rescue gives up on the... Ooh, Last just straight up fucking pushes the non-discarded Dora Yakuha. Is he retarded? Yes, he doesn't have a choice though. It's the correct play. His hand is good, he needs to push, otherwise he does not make it anyway. Unfortunately for him, deals into a basically a Dior Mangan. Puts him almost into last as well, so Siu could have two targets that he can run while they're in negative, and another fucking Granchan. Oh yeah, I just realized he's playing Lisa. That Haku is a minus. Did he forget? I think he's just going for ranges at this point. So Hermoso's gimmick points might actually be overall negative with all those Hakus. I mean, again, he's going for another Enchan. But this time Last is faster. Richie Pinfu, Dora 2. Siu could still get into Tempai. He's not too far off. 5-man drop, but 5-man is scary, yeah. He's just committing to folding to against Lasty. That's Tempai for Hermoso as well. The Riktipatsu again! No! And that's a sausage count as well. Richipatsu. 1 Ura. Oh. Okay, Lassie is in the negative, so now CEO we want to target him. I mean, that's the that's what the 100,000 points hypothetical was speaking about DKM. He was able to make it out without that, but Hermoso with that much it will be pretty difficult not to make it to quarterfinals. So it's actually a battle between CEO and Rescue, if anything. CEO has been struggling against his gimmick. I think he's currently overall negative from his gimmick. Rescue, in the meantime, probably has stacked up a decent amount of points, but that third place is not good. That's like minus 25 third. He really cannot take that big of a loss. He wants to like win at least something, maybe get to his Dior turn, get back to 25, like 25,000 points third to 25 points second is perfect. If he can get above CEO, that's perfect. But even if he doesn't get above CEO, CEO somehow gets to 30,000. Just 25,000 third is good enough, hypothetically speaking. But in that case, Lasty would be like deep in the negatives. Speaking of Lasty, his hand is probably looking the best. Fastest, most acceptance, decent value. But Hermoso is also not too far off. He also has all the door tiles basically. By all I mean 2 of them, but still. That's all the door tiles he needs. As dealer for this hand to be quite valuable. And he just draws Dorosan. He's at easy Ishanten now. Tempai for Rescue. Basically, almost all of his weight is dead in Hermoso. And that's a perfect Tempai. He draws the red 5. That's Ricci, Dora, Yon. Insane. Of course, the Rikipatsu, but it's against Rescue, so it's fine. Rescue, by the way, open for Katsunomi. Just trying to end Hermoso's Dior turn. Somehow Hermoso avoided Iputsumo magically. So the other players do have a chance to end it. Oh! Here it is. Pawn into just before the 12 discard, by the way. Into Tanyao Dora. See you looking very good. Now this is a Rescue's chance to make it back. Just start rain channing, just start reaching, wait 1 turn for Ichi, infinite rain chan. He can climb out quite easily. See you, cheese. I guess, yeah, he's just trying to get to Tempai. He does have a Yakudo, Nandora. Lasty is probably just trying to get out of this game, or maybe he's just trying to get it to his Dior turn and start his own infinite range chance. But overall, it's looking grim. Hermoso's hand is decent enough, but I don't think it will be as fast as his other hands. He needs to drop those honors, maybe go for Tanyao Nomi, and then we'll be talking. Rescue, the star of the round currently. He's not looking too bad. I mean, he could get Sanshuku, Richi, Pinfu as dealer, that's good. But Sio Tempai, forced into Tempai, good for him. And again under 12 discards. And Rescue might win based on his draws into that Nandora. And Cremoso opens for Pei Nomi. And Tsumu Fusio, Rescue in a very, very bad position now. Sio, on the other hand, on a very decent position, I believe. He can now both Rescue and last year negative, so if he ends the game with a run on either of them, that's another plus. And all those pluses might just be enough to zero out the negatives, and with second place should be enough. Unless Rescue somehow... The thing is, Rescue hasn't had a lot of chances to reach it. And that's where the main gist of his gimmick point come. Ah, fuck's sake, I can't talk anymore. That's where his main gimmick points come from. Is his one turn reach, and he has had the opportunity to reach it that much. I think he like one turn reach it 2 or 3 times, which is not that much overall. He's been doing a lot of power discards, but I still don't think that will be that enough. I'm also going for a fast Kunitsu Chun. That will also feed Lasty for his Hatsu Nomi. Ishanten, by the way, for Lasty. He just needs to pawn the Hatsu. Still one Hatsu in the wall. Hermoso for now hoarding the honors. Oh, actually Hermoso draws the Hatsu, so he won't be feeding Lasty. But Lasty at this point will be going for Atuzuke if he completes the Ryamen. On the other hand, Tenpai for Hermoso. Still one Chun left, the rest will most probably deal in the Chun that he has into his hand. Unfortunately, dealing into a Hunitsu Chun Dora, another fake Mangan basically, that would be quite bad. It would be very, very bad. Okay, Tenpai for CEO. Still one Chun left in the wall, CEO might just drop it. Hermoso regrets that he didn't greet for Shosengen, drops the 2 Hakus in the row. Oh yeah, he doesn't want Hakus anyway, because he's playing Lisa. Ooh, rescues for decided to discard honors. The Shy is a Gimbutsu, but if he wants, I mean, he needs to push, that's the issue, he needs to push. Ooh, Lassie deals in though. And that's Ron on a player in the negatives, plus for CEO. And that's the last count in the game. Lasty most definitely doesn't make it, but let's see what about the other players. Yeah, minus 30, third place for Resco, not good. Yeah, so without the gimmicks, there are like 20 point differences between first, second, and third each. Now let's check out the gimmicks. Okay, so I think we can start with Lasty. He actually didn't throw anyone. That's minus 5 overall. Deep in the negatives. Let's start with the winner, Hermoso, with all those wins. Even though he had some Hakus, he probably had a lot of sausages as well. Because overall it's 23 plus being random, overall 28. Now it's between CEO and Resco. CEO did get overall positive, even with all those times he missed. Getting Tepe to 12 discards. He has 15 gimmick points, plus being a random, that's 20 overall. And that's 40 that Resco needs to catch up with, which he has done the previous Kanchan. But again, unfortunately, he didn't have enough chances this time, and he only ends up with 26 gimmick points. So that's CEO. And Hermoso doing it, the 2 randoms on the table. Which, speaking of randoms, is what we'll be rolling now. Hermoso is playing in the last table, I can tell you that much. CEO. Okay, so plane will be also switched to the last table, and CEO will be playing on the table before that. Actually, can he? Oh, his case is kind of fucked, isn't it? Yeah, he can play them. And it's time to roll the randoms. We have 4 randoms to roll. So first off, we are rolling with for Wheat, who'll be playing tomorrow in like 9 hours, 8.5 hours. Ooh, Saoko Momo. Very close, but he got Saoko at the end. Very good character overall. Next up is Plane. Let's see what he'll get. Ooh, Fujitaka now. Okay, Kane is a good character. I don't think there are any adepts on his table. Yep, there are no adepts on his table, so he should be happy with that. Let me just mark it up in the sheet. Next up is CEO. Let's see if he'll be able to roll something better than Yagui this time. Although he ended up overall with positive every game with his Yagui again. No way. I mean, he performed so well with Yagui, surely he can do it twice. What are the odds? But that's true random for you, you know. Nakagi said it himself. The human mind stinks random, cannot have coincidences like that. But that's part of what makes true randomness amazing. And last but not least is Hermoso. Let's see if he'll also get something he's already played, or he'll get a new character. Maybe Hibiki. Nadeshko, okay. Nadeshko is good, she's basically 3 Jianshi plus. So he should be able to perform good enough. Okay, and that's it. Again, next table starts in a bit less than 8.5 hours. And I'll be seeing hopefully all the players then. Hopefully everybody saw when they're playing. And no one is grinching.